Today we're going to talk about dysentery and an herb called Xie Bai. And dysentery is actually a condition that we don't see as often in, at least in Houston, in the United States, really. It's often caused by poor water sanitation, which results in bacteria and parasites being transmitted, usually through intaking the contaminated water. Bad hand hygiene also can cause that. And so it is common around the world, but less common in the United States. And a lot of times with dysentery, you see diarrhea with mucus, pus, and even blood. Now, dysentery historically has been a common and fatal disease, and it's actually written about pretty extensively in the Chinese medicine literature. So, although you may not have it directly, it's still kind of an interesting topic to pick, and it's important from understanding Chinese medicine to still think through how the diseases work, because some of the things that cause dysentery from a Chinese medicine perspective, those same pathologies are still prevalent today. And we still see patients frequently with things that could be dysentery or look like it. And technically, from a Western medical standpoint, it may not be because you may not have those same bacterial or parasitic pathogens involved in it, but it has this very similar presentation. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about an herb called Zi Bai. And this is actually the Chinese garlic. And it's a herb that's warm and it focuses on two organs, the lung and the large intestine. And specifically, they used it historically in Chinese medicine to treat dysentery. And the reason that it was used for dysentery because it was an herb that helped to move the qi of the large intestine downward. Now, if you study Chinese medicine, both the lung and the large intestine are two organs that are in close relationship to one another, and their functions are interrelated and interdependent. And so this is a herb that goes specifically to both the lung and the large intestine. Now, it has a quality about it of helping to move the qi downward. And so what it does is it goes to the large intestine. And in Chinese medicine, dysentery was thought to be related to a congealing or clumping of pathogenic qi and cold in the body, at least some types of it were. When that happened, it would cause turbidity and even bleeding, mucus, phlegm, stagnation to develop. So what Zibai did was it's the Chinese garlic and it has a acrid kind of a outward moving, dispersing and downward direction to it. And so it would help to break up that qi that had clumped together, the cold that had congealed, and it would help to go to the large intestine and clear it out and move it and help to resolve the dysentery. It would theoretically work by helping to get rid of those bacteria and parasites that were causing the dysentery. Now, back when a lot of these theories were being developed, they didn't have microscopes and didn't know about bacteria and parasites and a lot of those things, but the medicines were still working based on principles of moving the qi and draining the pathogens outward. So that's a little bit about dysentery and how it has been thought about historically in Chinese medicine. There's various types of it, and depending on if there's mucus, blood, or one or more of the other, there's also other combinations of herbs that you do. So it's very individualized. So that's a little bit about that. And if you want to find out more information on our clinic, you can visit us at www.houstonacupuncture.com, and we will see you next time.